Hey there, it's Aaron, and it is a little before 11 a.m. on March 13th, and I thought I would make a video. I have been meaning to make a video so far this year. I figured I would do a video now covering what I have bought so far that's music related in this year of 2017 or 2017, either or. So yeah, the first four vinyl records that I bought were all from the same place called the Rock Shop or the Rock Store. I can't remember the name of it. It's in Mullen, New Jersey. I had never been there, so I decided to go there. And it's a cool place. They got a lot of things there, but it's kind of pricey there. Although I was lucky that they had I think a buy two get one free deal or buy three get one free. And I think I did get one of these free. And the way that works is you get the cheapest one for free. So going in alphabetical order, as I always do. First one up here is Captain Beefheart, Dock at the Radar Station. This is his next to last album, his penultimate album, his last being Ice Cream for Crow. Yeah, this was released 1980. I've had this for years from iTunes, and yeah, it's a very good album. And I saw that it was pretty cheap. I think it was about $8, which is pretty good. All right, next up is something I already own. Deep Purple Burn. Now, I got a vinyl copy of this, I would say about May of last year, and it was in a place that I had been in. That was the third time I had been to this house where they were selling all these records. I guess they were trying to get rid of everything. And the ones that were too dirty or just looked like crap, they put in like a whole section and just said, it's all free. But it was all dusty and nobody wanted to look there. But I took my time there, and I found two UFO records and this on vinyl. Not this exact copy, that's another copy. And I just figured, you know what? I could probably use the spin clean on them. Use the spin clean on them, they sounded great. With the exception of Deep Purple Burn. That sounded okay, though there was some like white noise on the record, but it sounded better than before. So to my memory, it didn't sound all that great, so I decided to get another copy here. Paid $6 for this. And I did a side-by-side comparison in Audacity, and believe it or not, the one that was free sounds better. So yeah, so now I got two copies of this. Next up is Kiss, Hotter Than Hell. I never see this on vinyl anywhere. I think this was the first time I ever saw anybody sell it on vinyl. I don't know. That might be wrong, but it's $8. I thought, why not? And the last of the records that I got at the store was Kiss, Creatures of the Night. The sleeve is not in very good condition. In fact, they have this. They'll put their good records, and by good I mean that they're all, don't have anything wrong with them or whatnot. They put them on the columns and the rows and the racks and whatnot. The ones that are not that great or nobody would be interested in, they all have not in alphabetical order, just like in these bins, sort of a thing. And I found this and I thought, what's this doing in here? Then I saw the record and I thought, it looks okay. I think the thing that made this $5 is because the sleeve here, yeah, this is pretty sad. But I put it in an outer sleeve here. The record sounds fun. It doesn't sound bad. I mean, I don't know if I can show on the camera here. I don't know if you can see. Right, there's a few smudges on there, but it sounds pretty good. And the album is sort of a rough and tough album. In fact, many people think this is their heaviest album. And I would agree with that, because Creatures of the Night is a great album. I just love this album. Love it. It's a shame it wasn't a big seller back in the day. In fact, I think it sold the least of their albums when it was released. And then a year after this came out, they took off the makeup for, what, 13 years? So, yeah, this is a great album, and people have recognized its greatness years after its release. It is a very heavy album. Saturday, and I have one more vinyl here. I got it on Saturday. Decided to go over to the record store, Tunes, and didn't really see a lot, but I decided, you know, I've been here long enough, I'll take two things. One of them is a CD, which I'll show later. The other was this, UFO, Force It. I just saw it and I just thought, well, you don't see this every day, do you? I mean, it's just not as common as, say, the Rolling Stones' Emotional Rescue, which was the other record I was considering on getting. But I didn't get it because that's kind of common. This one, not so common. But then when I came back here, I found out that there's something unique about this record here. It's from the UK, I think. Why is it from there? How do I know it's from the UK? The US version censored this part of the cover. Alright, so now I'm going to go into the CDs here. The first album here I have, this is a really cool one here. Aphrodite's Child, 666. I've heard this album a few times on YouTube, I think twice, and then I decided I wanted a copy for myself. This is a very, very, very interesting album. Aphrodite's Child were a Greek rock band that existed sometime during the late 1960s, and then I think they broke up in 1970. And this album came out in 72. So they were together for a couple years. They recorded and released 3 albums. And this was their last album. And they were a 3-piece band. And one of the members was a guy named Vangelis, who may sound familiar because 10 years after this album came out, Vangelis would go on to compose the music for movies such as Chariots of Fire and Blade Runner. So yeah, before Vangelis composed any of that music to Chariots of Fire and Blade Runner, he made this album with his band, Aphrodite's Child. I don't know if they were his band or if he was the leader. It does say here that he composed the music. And what this album is, it's a double album, and it's based on or inspired by the Book of Revelations, and it's just great. If you like early Pink Floyd, like Atom Heart Mother, or some of the stuff on Ummagumma, I think that's the best way to describe it. Otherwise, just check it out. It's really interesting. David Bowie, Heathen. This is the album he came out with in 2002. I would have to listen to this again, but I remember it being very, very good. Yeah, so there's that. I got this with the UFO record. Megadeth, Peace Sells, but Who's Buying? Been meaning to get this for a while, but then I just thought, I don't want it anymore. But I saw it there for $6.99, figured, why not? Now, I heard this on YouTube once, and I think it was on the day of its 30th anniversary, or it was shortly after Nick Menza died, which wouldn't make any sense because Nick Menza wasn't on this album. Yeah, this is a good album. Can't say I'm a big Megadeth fan, but, you know, I've been meaning to get this for a while, and I do remember liking it. I didn't absolutely hate it when I heard it on YouTube. Alright, these next two are the same artist. Harry Nilsson. This might look familiar because I've done many videos on these sort of box sets. You can't really call it a box set. I call them budget sets because you get 5 albums for less than $20, and they're all in cardboard sleeves, and I absolutely love them. So I decided to get the one of Harry Nilsson, meaning to because I saw a documentary on him that was on Netflix streaming. It's called Who is Harry Nilsson and Why is Everybody Talking About Him? I'm not sure if it's on Netflix streaming anymore. If it is, go check it out. The albums that are included in this set are Aerial Ballet, Harry from 1970, Nilsson Schmilsson, Son of Schmilsson, and a little and a little touch of Schmilson in the night. Aerial Ballet, this one's good. There's only about 30 minutes of material on here, but highlights from, personally from me, would be Daddy's Song, Good Old Desk, Mr. Richland's favorite song, Everybody's Talking, which became the theme for Midnight Cowboy, Mr. Tinker, One, which was a hit for Three Dog Night, and I also like Bath. So yeah, 30 minutes, but it's a good 30 minutes. So, or it's 30 minutes or a little bit more in that area. So. All right, Harry from 1970. This one's good. It took me a while to get into it because, I don't know, compared to Aerial Ballet, I don't know. This one's about 40 minutes, so there's a lot more on here. In terms of favorites here, the Puppy Song, which I think Paul McCartney wrote. Nobody Cares About the Railroads Anymore is good. He covers Mother Nature's Son, which isn't too different from the Beatles version. Fairfax Rag, I remember liking. Morning Glory Story. I Guess the Lord Must Be in New York City, which is really just a rewrite of Everybody's Talking, but it's still good nevertheless. Rainmaker's good, and I like Simon Smith and the Amazing Dancing Bear. So yeah, there's a little bit of everything on here. Nilsson Schmilsson, this is considered by many to be his best, and I agree. This is my favorite of the albums that come with the set. And it was a big hit album. I think it got a Grammy or two. I don't know. Gotta Get Up. Down is good. Driving Along. Without You, which is his cover of the Badfinger song, and he made it a bigger hit. When the Badfinger song, I don't think it was released as a single at all. If it was, it didn't do well. But when he recorded it, it became a big hit, #1 in the Billboard charts. Coconut, or Line on the Coconut's good. Jump Into the Fire. Yeah, this is a great album. Great album. If you just had to get one Harry Nilsson album, get this one. Son of Schmilsson, which is sort of a sequel to the last album. It's produced by the same guy, and I think it does present itself as a sequel, but compared to Nilsson Schmilsson, it's not as good, but I still like this. Take 54 is good. I like Remember. Turn on Your Radio is good. You're Breaking My Heart is wonderful. Spaceman. I'd Rather Be Dead. Yeah, this is a good album. Not as consistent as the previous album, but I still like it. So there's that. And then the last album in the set is A Little Touch of Schmilsson in the Night. This one I don't listen to often. In fact, I don't know if I will ever listen to it again. I don't know. The reason why, this is him singing the songbook, the American Songbook, or the American Standards or Classics, which he was one of the first to do. Like, this is before Rod Stewart or anybody really. Is it any good? Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's not bad. Harry's voice is great. But it's kind of boring, that's the thing, because for me it just sounds like one whole song, even though it says there's 12 different songs on here. Which, if I had to pick favorites, It Had to Be You, Making Whoopee. Yeah, I have a hard time remembering some of these. I kind of wish that this one was not in the set and it came with this one, which is The Point. Now this one came out after this one and before this one, I think. And it was the soundtrack to a TV special that was an animated TV special that was sort of his like his children's story. The Point tells the story of a boy named Oblio who is in a town where everybody has a point, everything and everyone. Pointy heads, pointy buildings, but Oblio does not have a point, so he has a cap to cover it up, and when people discover that he doesn't have a point, they shun him and have him removed from society, and he goes on this whole journey. He comes back, and then people realize, hey, he's got a point. So it's a cute story that children could easily pick up on this, and even watch the movie. I mean, it's a cartoon. Yeah, it's a good movie, but you got to see the movie first, then get the soundtrack here. And the soundtrack, there's really only like 5 or 6 songs because a lot of it relies on the narration. But in terms of the songs here, Everybody's Got 'Em is good. Me and My Arrow is probably my favorite on here. And Are You Sleeping? And there's other songs, Polly High, Think About Your Troubles, Lifeline, POV Waltz. Yeah, it's a good album. And it comes with a booklet, like a storybook here, which I'm sure looks much better with the vinyl, because I'm imagining it looks bigger. And I've also gotten the new Black Star Riders album from iTunes. It's called Heavy Fire, for those of you unaware. Black Star Riders are the reunited version of Thin Lizzy under a different name. And it's a good album. I think all 3 of their albums are very, very consistent. In terms of, which one's the best of the 3, I'd say they're all even. A while ago I was having a Who marathon, and it just occurred to me that I hadn't seen this movie in years. So I decided I should have it on DVD. The kids are alright. Yeah, this movie came out in 1979, and it's sort of a collection of videos that it doesn't tell the story of the Who, but it's just a collection of videos of the first 10 plus years of their career. Now, the last time I saw this was on VH1. I remember it was shown shortly after John Entwistle passed away, and I decided, this was in 2002, so when something like that comes up, I think I had been trying to find the movie in the video store, but I could not find it anywhere. So when it was airing on TV, I thought, alright, so I got a VHS, put it in the recorder, and recorded it mostly without the commercials. I kept watching it over and over and over again. I loved it. So it's nice to have this, and it's a really entertaining DVD set. You get a lot here. They give you a lot of special features here. So you're getting your money's worth. I got this on eBay, actually. So, yeah. Worth checking out if you don't have it. So yeah, that's it for me, and thanks for watching.